Well, happy Sunday morning, everyone. Welcome. It is now 9:01 and 55 seconds. This is a show that is not live on Odyssey Radio. This is just our informal Sunday morning show that we do, and we treat it kind of like a captain's cabin in a way. And so this is the mornings where, hi, puppy. The puppy is awake now. Hi, what you doing? What you doing? So shaking, she's wagging her tail so much down there. So good morning. I see Master Finn has entered the chat room, and where David Potter, Uncle Dave, already is. There's James. Good morning, James. From the laundromat. That's a good place. I had somebody call me once when I was in, I want to say it was Wyoming, doing business a few years ago. And he called me and said, hey, I'm talking about a particular topic with a guest. Do you want to come in and offer a counterpoint? And I said, right now? He said, sure. I said, well, I'm at the laundromat. So it was a video broadcast as well. So people got to see me doing my laundry as I was broadcasting on my friend's stream. And we laughed about it on air. And he said, you know, I just asked him to come in. So he's in the middle of something else, but he agreed to do it. So he's doing laundry. So I said, hold on a second, folks. I got to plug another quarter in the dryer. So, James, good. I'm so glad to hear that. James says, I've been enjoying the rise and fall of the Nephilim on Audible. I'm glad you did. The guy they had read that book did a fantastic job, I think. And I liked it. I listened to it and I went, hey, did I write that? So it was pretty good. Romeldian is here as well. Welcome. And Matthew Sainsbury from Barbados.
I'm going to be
Good.
coming in. Just have to get dressed and go pee.
Ellery has informed me that she's going to be coming. She's just running a little bit behind. She has to go potty and get some clothes on. So there you go. Matthew Sainsbury, you sprained your ankle a few days ago. I can lie down and raise my foot, but when I'm standing on it, it's painful. You know, maybe I hope it's not, but I did that to my ankle once, and I thought I sprained it. When I went to the doctor finally, after about a week, I found out my ankle was broken, and they put a cast on it. So there is that. So be careful. Lalanya. Why, thank you. You don't have to call me cute like that. So James is also getting clothes on before getting in front of the camera. It's definitely a good thing. Getting clothes on. I see. You're making a statement, not a personal statement of your state of undress. Dave has his clothes on too. Thanks, Uncle Dave. Though you wouldn't want to burn out the eyes with your gloriousness. So that's a good thing. So Rainey's is up. She's didn't sleep well last night. Headaches and stuff. She may or may not make an appearance this morning. So, coffee. That's good. You can come over like that. Nobody can see you. She's buck teen naked. The little girl, not the big girl. So, anyway, let's see. If you leave your clothes off, you can make tips that way. There it is. I should have Rainey come over without any clothes on and see if we get some tips on the radio station or on the radio show here. So, the it's not technically a radio show this morning. This morning it's just a YouTube stream. But then I'd probably get tagged and I'd get pulled down and all of that stuff. So you know how that stuff goes. And anyway, so I was trying to think of what we could do to I put in the tagline for the show today when I publicized it a bit. I said it's kind of like going to church because it's Sunday morning. And Raini and her grandma used to tell Raini, you know, Scotty should start a church. And so Raini has talked to me about that several times. You know, you should start a church. And I'm like, I don't know exactly what position I'd take in church. I could teach things that I learned in my youth, and when I was in ministry and all of that, but I'm not. But man, I certainly don't believe the same way I used to, as most of you who are regular listeners know about me. Let's see. Matt Finn said, I read the book and then listened to the audio here on Scotty's channel. You can find our captain reading this fine book in his archive. Thank you, Matt Finn. Yes, you can. If you go back into the archives or just go look at the main page of my YouTube channel and scroll down a bit, you'll see most of my books I've read in full with some commentary on them. And so you can go ahead and listen to those here. Not hard to find. Just scroll down the page, the main page. Scotty starting a church. Nice, says Romeldian. I don't know if that was genuine or if that was sarcasm. Nice. I'm not going to that church. Spiritual church, says Lelania. Yeah, that's a possibility. So I've thought about it. It's just like, who's going to come? And, you know, if I actually started a church, it would be in a physical place, geographic location. We could broadcast it, but at the same time, it would be something that we did in a live location, so people in the neighborhood could come if they wanted to, kind of thing. And so I've thought about it. If we raise $100 in super chats, Rainey will flash us. Scotty said so, says Roger Rabbit. Oh, I better break that news to her, huh? Did you catch that, Rainey?
Uh-huh.
She went, uh-huh. She's over at her computer. She's not feeling very well. She had a headache when she went to bed, a headache that kept her up half the night. It's not a migraine, but she's got a headache going on. So this has been going on with her for a while. So I hope that she gets that checked out this week, because it's been dragging on. Mike Yehudi! And here is Ellery. Here, Ellery. Let me turn this a little bit so you can actually be in the picture. Is that your Disney vest? Nope, it's a different one. There's Ellery. She has made it to the radio show, my co-host, for a few minutes anyway. That's what you did. That's what kids do. There was an old joke that reminds me of an old joke we had when I was in grade school. It's really dumb because it's grade school mentality. But here, let me lower that so it's not blocking your face. But it used to be, I have green hair? I didn't know that. Do you get it? She doesn't get it. You have to be at least a fourth grader to understand that one. So, welcome to everybody. I hope your Sunday morning is going well so far. Hello, Ellie Belly, says Uncle Dave.
Hi.
Hi. I wasn't mocking you. I was talking like you. So, you know, that's how I do my voices. You got to listen to how other people say things. Up, not into the mic when you're doing that. If you got something to say, do it a different way.
Mama,
Thank you.
Did you make this for the puppy?
No, not for the puppies. I brought this down because I was going to show you all. This is some stuff Rainey used to do. She made these and she put them up on her Etsy page and was selling a bunch of these different. She would take like my old shirts. That's one of my old shirts. She did this, 5-6 years ago or longer?
I think before Ellie was born.
Oh, this was before you were even born. That'd be like 7-8 years ago. So she made these kind of things. I told her she should keep making those. So along with all the other stuff she does.
I am 7.
So I know. I was 7 once. I even have memories of being 7. Romeldian.
Well, at least I'm not an old man like you.
At least you're not. Yeah, respect from my youngest. I love it. Hey, Project Skyfalls. Good to see you. GM to you, too. And what did somebody said something that, hi, Ellery. Happy morning to you, says Matthew Sainsbury. You know where he's from? The Caribbean. He's in Barbados.
Press on it.
Huh? What?
Press on the one.
Oh, okay. This is him right here. Let's find him. Right there. Hi, Ellery. A happy morning to you, he says.
Hi.
That's from Matthew Sainsbury. Yeah, it looks kind of like a gingerbread man. But that's one of the, I saw that Rainey had been cleaning out the garage and she found this in a box and she laid it up on top. And I thought, I'm going to bring that downstairs. I brought it down yesterday so I could show it off. She had them in all different kinds of colors and stuff. And I think you can even go, she showed those on, I'm going to look and see. There's no way to buy them on there, but we had started building a website for her, and then she went to Etsy to do her thing. We should do something with her actual website, which we started constructing years ago. Let's see if it's still up. Oh, yeah, it is. It isn't this one, but there's one of these over there. And we added some things to her website as we were going, just so she could use it to point people in a certain direction to things. But we never actually built out the commerce site or anything like that. There it is. That was her site, mamahawthors.com. Now she's Mama Hawthor's Studio over on Etsy. And she's got her Two Loons tumblers and Two Loons massage. And all of those are up over on Facebook. And she's got Two Loons Tumblers has a Instagram page as well. So, that's the thing. You start doing things like this at home. Anybody, any of you out there, you start creating things and you think, boy, if I make enough of those, I might be able to sell them. Or I could just put up the couple that I've made. You could probably use it as a voodoo doll. I think if Rainey took and laced your hair or something in it, some kind of genetic material, it could probably be used as a voodoo doll. I don't know. A voodoo?
No, one of those dolls.
Yeah.
And gave it to him and said, "This is going to be for your kid," because I knew they were trying to get pregnant.
Oh.
And right after I gave it to him, they got pregnant.
Gee, I don't know if you heard that. She said she made one of these for somebody once that wanted to try to get pregnant, and she made it for him. And she goes, "There, now you can get pregnant. Now that you have the doll."
Now I get pregnant. It was just kind of like, here, this is for when you have your baby.
Oh, this is for when you have your baby, she said, and not too many days afterwards, the woman found out she was pregnant.
Look at the cat.
Boom.
Look at
I see the cat. I see the cat all the time. Cat doesn't impress me. There's nothing he does over there that I go, oh wow, that's unique. He's licking his paws and washing his face. That's how you clean yourself. You lick your hand, and then you rub it all over your face.
Yep.
Yo, yeah, you is right. Nothing like a spittle bath. Let's see. Did you get Lelania's new images, or did you send them to me, Lelania? If you sent them to me, I have not seen them yet. Yeah, Rainey hasn't looked at much the last couple days. She sees them. She's looking at them now. And by the way, when Rainey says she hasn't done anything the last couple of days, that's not right. She hasn't done anything fun because of her headache and stuff. She's had to run kids places and stuff like that.
They still come in as an AI or whatever, and I have to download a zip.
That's an Adobe Illustrator file. I never use Illustrator, but I've got it. So she's got to send it to me, and then I can open it and take a peek at it.
But yours only opened it into the 2-inch, but I'll send it.
Yeah, it was only about 2 inches wide when I opened it. If that's an AI file, I might have to open it in AI. I can open it in Photoshop because it's an Adobe file, but maybe it needs to be opened in Illustrator, and I need to convert it over there. No rush on them at all, she says. I just want to make sure it's good. I'll take a look at it.
I'll for sure get
if the files are big enough to use. She says if the files are good, she'll have them in the mail by tomorrow. So there you go. Okay.
That one just said sent to Rainy.
Sent to Rainy. That's Lelania. So
Oh my god, my brain can't function. I can't even figure out how to forward this feed.
don't worry about it right now. You don't have to let your brain function on a high level at all today. So is Grumpy Stack here? Did I see him come out? I'm just popping in to say hi. Well, we'll just say hi right back. How about that? Let's see. Matthew Sainsbury says, I saw, it's big, I got to put it up so I can read it better. I saw Captain Kirk William Shatner on The Unexplained mention a lady from the UK who was ill, had pains in her shoulder. She visited a voodoo priest in Haiti, and he did a ritual, and she was cured. So, you know, I've heard, will do, Uncle Dave. I have heard of guys that, there was a guest that we had on Intrepid Radio back when John Ward and I were doing the show. And her husband was sick and some kind of, I don't know, a chronic sickness. And he went and lived with an Aboriginal tribe in Australia for about 6 months and came back with no symptoms whatsoever. Now he's dead now, so I don't know if that was not long lasting or if something else took him. But I've heard many stories like that, that you can, you go into some of these native tribes, these Aboriginal tribes, and they have things that they do that are very different from what we do with modern medicine. Should look into that some. Hey, Uncle Dave, there's the link. I just pasted it into the chat room, and so you can come in there. I think he's raring to come online because he had to miss Friday night. So, Rainey said then she doesn't have to feel bad about not coming over to the radio. She may still make it over just to say hi. So I like it when she comes in, at least says hi. So the Lakota have medicine men. Yes, they do. There are all kinds of Aboriginal tribes like that have their versions of medicine. So it's interesting. And sometimes modern medicine doesn't know what the heck they're doing anyway. There's Uncle Dave. We'll add him. Hey, Uncle Dave.
Morning.
And sometimes modern medicine, you'll go to the doctor, and the doctor is just guessing at what he thinks, according to his education, might be wrong with you, and they are tools sometimes of big pharma. I get that. So I think that maybe sometimes you'll see a medical doctor, and they don't know what's going on either all the time. Rainey's been to the medical doctor for some of her stuff for years. And she's just a woman who's got anxiety rather than trying to figure out what's really wrong. How you doing, Uncle Dave?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
There goes Ellery.
Just closing down the other window so I don't have an echo going here.
Yeah. It's just feedback. What do you mean stop? That's a great song. There she goes. There she goes again. It's a fun song. It's from Austin Powers, but it's older than that.
Yeah.
So what's going on in your world, Uncle Dave?
Had one of those days yesterday. We had that 7-course banquet, and I had one of the Lodge brothers setting up all because we did it. So we did a fundraiser for Ukraine. And so we did a Ukrainian themed 7-course dinner. So all Ukrainian food. And I had one of my other Lodge brothers that works in the kitchen kind of set up and find where everything was going to be and gave me the shopping list. It was like at 7 different stores.
Nice.
So I was all over the place yesterday shopping and getting stuff, make a delivery to the kitchen and then take off for another store on another part of town. It was all over the Twin Cities. And then got back with the last load of groceries and found out that nobody was able to go over to the storage place where we keep all our catering stuff for doing the big banquets we do.
Yeah.
So I had to jump in the car and go over there and count out service for 50 people, all the main plates, all the starter plates, so there's 7 different dishes. Had to have 50 of everything, had to have the silverware, had to have the glassware, the goblets, the wine glasses, all that kind of stuff. And so I got back to the event site pretty much the same time that people were showing up.
Nice.
All the service, and went in, and then I had to get changed into my suit, and I go into one of the preparation rooms to change into my suit. I'm just getting my pants off, and one of the lodge brothers says, "We're going to kill time by giving a tour of the lodge. Let's start with the preparation room," and starts trooping in all these people while I'm standing there holding my pants. Hey, everyone. And I jumped into a closet to finish dressing. So
I've got a question. With a beard like that, what do you have to do? Do you have to wrap it and put a net around it? Or is it like you can just braid it up and then you're like a Viking warrior chef? Loki will build the ships and I will cook the meals.
I'm standing in a room without a mirror trying to tie a tie and not get this into the necktie.
Into the tie.
Oh my God.
Oh.
No, I got the damn tie again. Oh, no, that's the beard.
Roger Rabbit says the doctors did that with Carly for years, Rainey. She said she was bipolar, only to find out that it's about 12 separate things that all starts with a severely out of whack thyroid that cause all the other issues. And Rainey's got Hashimoto's thyroiditis, so she's got her own thyroid stuff, and they're now telling her just to have part of her thyroid removed or something. And I'm like, cancer and all that, and you just get
My mom had her thyroid removed.
I had all that going on, and they told me to remove my gallbladder, and it would get better. I have no gallbladder, and it's still not better.
That's she was having stomach issues, and like they do nowadays, the doctor told her, "Oh well, we need to just take out your gallbladder, and that'll solve all your problems with your stomach." Well, they took out her gallbladder, didn't solve anything, and so somebody made $20,000 or whatever it was to remove her gallbladder, and it didn't solve the issue at all. So I got my gallbladder out a couple of years before that. What has it got to be about 8 or 9 years ago now? All it did was make me poop funny. So anyway, there you go.
Body no longer processes the fats it eats.
Yeah, body doesn't process the fats you eat anymore. So blah. And
the healthy fats, which then causes a new problem for your body.
And there it is. Oh no, taking your gallbladder out, that won't cause any long-term problems, except, now like everything else in the world, they find out, oh, well, it doesn't process the good fat. It processes, blah, blah, blah. And you're worse than you were before. But the doc's like, yeah, we can do the gallbladder thing. He did the same thing to me, probably the same doctor. Yeah, I think we need to take out your gallbladder, and here's what we do. And it's real easy now. It's zing, zang, zoom. It's out.
I wanted to take out my appendix too.
You want to take your appendix too?
And then I was getting my tubes tied. At the same time. And I remember
I don't know if you can all hear this, but
that doctor came in and said, well, we might possibly remove your ovaries if we see anything, and maybe even your uterus. And it was like,
so a hysterectomy. So yeah, same thing. Oh, while I'm in there doing the gallbladder, we can take your appendix, and we might as well just tie your tubes while we're at it, and maybe even have to take out the.
That was my other doctor. I had 2 doctors.
And take out the ovaries, and maybe the uterus has to go too.
The surgeon wants the gallbladder and my appendix, and then I had my OB doctor.
Were they having a half-off sale on Rainey?
Yeah.
She said, depending on what your
5 organs, you get one taken out for free.
Depending on what my ovaries look like, if it's bothering me, she said we'll probably take it, and she said if we see any other problems, we might take your uterus too.
Wow, I remember when you had Ellery, they were asking you, You know, we can tie the tube. Is this the doctor you're referring to? They said they would tie your tubes because Rainey was talking about that. I don't have any more kids, please. Well, we can tie your tubes, but maybe we'll take the whole uterus. And it's like, yeah, like Uncle Dave said, there's a special going. The special today. We know you're. Oh, hold on. Push. Okay. Yep. We got to get you into the delivery room in a minute. But before we take you, if you sign this, we can get that uterus out too while we're in there.
Hey, these tonsils look pretty bruised. Do you want those pulled out?
The what?
Tonsils look pretty
Oh,
bruised.
yeah. All right. Your tonsils can go. Yeah, you start to add up all the body parts that they take. That's, elective surgery. You're not gonna die or anything. And hey, Brianna, good to see you this Sunday morning.
Morning, Brianna.
Good morning, Brianna. And so yeah, I just I get a little worried when they started telling her. It was several months back. She told me, the doc said, I might get cancer in my thyroid. They're gonna have to take my thyroid part of it out. And there you go. You have a 90% chance of getting thyroid cancer if you have Hashimoto's, which she has. She's had that for years. And
I have to go in every year to have tests to make sure it's not cancerous.
Yeah, my mom had her thyroid popped out when she was in her 30s.
regular thyroid says, oh, there it is. Oh, he's just correcting some spelling. Carly is, Roger says, Carly is highly sensitive to medications and additives in them. Rainey could be the same way. Carly can take the regular throws or the regular medicines because they make thyroid medicines because they make it worse. She's on Tirosint. You know what that is? Tirosint? 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 Tirosint?
I took something.
I think my mom uses torsemite.
But that made my heart race. I would be sitting there and my heart would just be beating at 120, so I couldn't take that one.
Yeah, and she's got a heartbeat thing too. Her heart's always racing. Well, that's because I'm in the room, but I have to walk out of the room when her heart's racing. Dave, I think. Oh no, you didn't freeze.
Nope, I'm fine.
I have that effect on females, adult females. Oh, what's with my heart? I'm starting to oh, Scotty's in the room.
Yep.
It's a problem Dave and I have. It's our crosses to bear.
So Dana was sitting next to me at the table lodge, and we were explaining to somebody at another table the whole pirate thing, talk like a pirate thing.
Yeah.
And it came time for me to do a toast, and I stood up and I go, all right, now our next toast is... I couldn't get out of Morgan's voice. And
nice.
Everybody's snickering. And I said, it's their fault. I can't help it.
I can't help it. It's their fault. Ooh, I would love that, said Brianna. But unfortunately, I literally can only drink vodka or certain wines, or I get really sick. So she says, good morning to you, Uncle Dave.
Good morning, Brianna.
And me. Good morning, Brianna. Let's see. Steve Clark, I still gave everything I was born with. I still have everything I was born with, except a tip of the outer bone in my right elbow. Oh, okay. And to make sure I finish that sentence. I have everything I was born with, except the tip of an outer bone that... And then your mic goes dead, and people are like, what?
The tip of which bone? What?
It was like the dream Rainey had the other day I told you about in the captain's cabin. I don't know if I should repeat it on a Sunday morning.
Did she have a little captain in her?
Oh, not with the little girl in the room. Yeah. I'll just say this. It made me want to go out and buy a bag of Cheetos. Oh, yeah. She didn't want to because of the Cheetos dust. This is a dream, folks. Where my Johnson, there's an old term for it, was coated in orange Cheetos dust in her dream. She said, all the
Well
kids were
then.
gone. We finally had a chance. She tears my trousers off. Trousers, I'm using that word because my little daughter has no idea what that is. She can't hear me anyway. Tears my trousers off and says, ready to go. And it was caked in orange Cheetos dust. And she was like, ew. And then she woke up.
That thing in me.
So, Cheeto dust, Lelania. So I woke up in a quandary. She woke up, and now she told me that, and I'm in a quandary. Do I not buy Cheetos anymore? Or is Cheetos now not her favorite treat anymore? Well, I think that was the problem. She loves Cheetos. So it's like,
your finger looking good.
wow. She loves both the things in that dream, just not together. Apparently. Let's see. Roger Rabbit wants to know, Raini, do you have fibromyalgia or visceral hypersensitivity?
No.
She's shaking her head no. Neither of those. Steve Clark says he fell off a horse and shattered his bone. My wife said no more riding horses on holidays. Well, there it is. Holidays, we don't ride horses.
Don't want to screw up the family.
No
fun.
more bones. Yeah, that's right. No more broken bones. So, let's see. This puppy is going to be the death of me. The girls, too, says Brianna. They're taking care of a relative's puppy, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, puppies are a pain in the butt. I got to tell you. Rainy, Lelania wants to know if you nickname my Johnson Chester.
No, I did not.
You know who Chester is. The
Cheeto.
cheese that goes crunch. So what?
The cheetah for Cheetos.
Yes, the cheetah for Chester the cheetah.
Cheeto man.
So I'm sorry, Brianna, about the puppy. Yeah, puppies are a pain.
Hey, we got a new puppy. Can you house sit for like, I don't know, 6 months?
Yeah, we're gonna be gone for 6 months. So could you take the puppy? James says my ex-wife had a gallbladder issue. Ultrasound showed 3/4 full of stones. I did some research and changed the foods we ate, and it worked good to keep her from having. It worked well to keep her from having issues. There, I was a word Nazi there for just a second. Notice
Always
what I
the
did there.
editor.
Always the editor.
Yeah.
So, and it worked. That's good. Yeah. See, there are some things you don't need to necessarily have a doctor do these small surgeries that they.
You know,
You know what that is. I sometimes think they prescribe that just like anybody else, and if I'm
American
designing a
medicine
logo,
is
you
not
need
set
a
up
second logo
to
for this.
heal you. It's set up to treat you.
Yeah. And so we're going to do, we can take that out. And you go, okay, all right, let's do the surgery. And he's like, pa-ping, another 20,000 toward my new boat.
Yep.
And then the day I went in for my gallbladder surgery, I was like, he's got 2 more before you. So you'll be in here in the room for just a few hours and then he'll come and get you. And so you had like 5 or 6 gallbladder surgeries lined up for the day. There's a house. Bought my new house on Saturday. So anyway,
I'm betting if you're popping gallbladders out like that, you're not living in a house that you can buy on one day.
probably not.
It'd probably take
Probably
you a
not.
whole week.
So that reminded me of a joke. It's kind of a foul language joke. I could clean it up.
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning. I'll clean it up. No, I can't. It'll be antithetical to my whole I should start a church thing, so I won't tell it. Do pastors of churches tell randy jokes every now and then?
My grandfather wanted me to go to the seminary and become a preacher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Roger Rabbit
I talk too
says,
much like a sailor to do that.
yeah. Ha ha ha. My cousin did that exact thing to my grandparents. Bought a puppy and within a week asked them to watch it for a month, which turned into 6, which turned into it being their dog for 13 years. Nice. That's why my kids, they'll look at, can we get that dog? Can we get a dog? Can we get a cat? And Rainey's like, she jumps on it before I do. She says, no, that's just another animal I will end up taking care of.
Yeah.
And she's right about that.
Didn't know you were marrying a farmer chick, did you?
No. Yeah. James says you'd think for 20 grand he could schedule things better so you weren't waiting for hours. Not his problem. You know, that's the way he looks at it.
I don't slide naked here on the
just
gurney.
do
Doc.
them.
You take your time.
Yeah. You get him in here, I'll take it out. Matthew Sainsbury, could I get a puppy? No, you can't have a puppy, Matthew. They pee on things, they chew up things, they poop on things, and by the time you get all those things resolved, and what?
They yap and whine all night long.
And they yap and whine. Yeah. And then if you take them in the bed with you, all right, get up on the bed. You can sleep up here with the pack. They'll pee on the bed.
I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited. I'm going to pee on everything.
Pet me. Oh, wait. Okay. I'm done peeing now. Now pet me. And it's like, no. Lalanya says we can't take vacations because of all our animals.
Yeah.
Oh, horror story about that. My friend Andy Dabbs, who I'm writing the book for, they went on Friday. They own some property up in Grand Marais, Minnesota, which is about
further north
from where he lives in north central Minnesota. It's about 4.5 hours from there. So they bought a new Airstream trailer for camping, and really nice, sleek Airstream. And they hooked it all up. And the last day I was up there, which was Thursday, Reagan, his wife, spent the whole day cleaning that thing up, getting it all prepped. It was brand new, but putting new bedding on and getting it all cleaned up for a trip, the way you want it to be when you leave. And she got that all prepped. And on Friday, they left sometime on Friday, did the 4.5-hour trip. But this time, they decided to take the dogs with them rather than have somebody come and let them out. And they've got 3 dogs and 2 cats. And these dogs, they got 2 big, I want to say they look like, there's something like a Vizsla. Is that it? They look like hound dogs, with the big floppy ears, and real sleek, but a reddish brown, really beautiful. And the one's older. He's turning almost all white. And the other one is younger. And then they have the rat terrier, who's getting a little older too. And but they loaded them all up so they didn't have to get anybody to come and watch the dogs. They had them in the trailer. And they'd stop on the way up. They stopped once, let the dogs out, and to do their business. And they got up to Grand Marais. And then they left the dogs in the trailer, and they went out to eat. And they came back, and they're very good with their dogs, by the way. They're very conscientious about it. The dogs had utterly destroyed the inside of the trailer. They peed on everything. The bed was soaking. Everything in there, all the cushions for the sofas and stuff like that were all soaking with dog urine. And there were puddles all over the place. And they're like, they let them out before they went to eat. And so he said, there they are on Friday. They'd made the 4.5-hour trip, put the thing, parked there. They've got a house up there. So they parked the thing up there, and they're at a campground or wherever. They were going to go hiking and stuff. And they went out to eat, and they come back, and the thing is destroyed. And they said there wasn't even any use going to find a motel so we could enjoy the camping. It was just ruined. They had to turn around and make the 4.5-hour trip back, and got home late Friday night. And he said that was not fun. Yeah, new environment. They were nervous and scared, I bet, says Brianna. And yeah, probably. And but they're good dogs. They do, they when I was there, we had the big thunderstorms going on up there. But those dogs didn't. All they do, they get a little nervous. They'd come down the stairs. You saw it during the radio show last week. Watson would come down, and they always sleep with Andy and Reagan. They got the dogs in there. They got their own beds in there, but they get nervous with the storms. And that's why you saw Watson come downstairs and he went up on my bed. He was just sleeping there because he just needed the company. There was a storm. And yeah, but the new environment, yeah, that's weird. So there you go, Lelania. You have 4 Great Pyrenees. There's no traveling with that. No, that's like packing Dave and me twice over into the back of your camper. So Great Pyrenees. Ooh. So
My first pet was a Great Pyrenees.
Rainey's first pet was a Great Pyrenees.
I named her Bridget.
She was named Bridget. I love it when you stretch like that.
I love the reflection in the glass behind you when she.
Oh yeah, the reflection in the glass behind me. And too bad it doesn't go from over there. There was one time where Rainey was over. There's a bathroom over there with the shower, the downstairs shower, and Rainey was in there while I was doing, I think, the captain's cabin, and she came and she opened the door and she's naked and she's doing it at me, and then she realized it's reflecting in that window right there. So if I like turned this way, oh, there's a cloth hanging over that right now because the sun was so bright. But you can't see through all the junk on my desk and then the shelf, but the window right there. And it was reflecting in that glass. And so I went, oh, really? Like that. So she's very careful now when she comes during the radio. Yeah, it's dark shadow. She's silhouetted in there. You can use your imagination. Fill in the blanks. So
connect the dots.
Yeah, Roger Rabbit says, yeah, probably didn't smell like home to them. Being left alone on top of it, they were some sad, mad, conflicted pooches. That's it. And Andy said, I'll never do that again. So,
well, that'd be like living through a 4-hour earthquake and then,
yeah,
go pee. It's like,
yeah, go pee now.
I done peed, Dad.
I did already. Remember Pastorius at the
Renaissance Festival.
Renaissance Festival. I just saw somebody popped into the Dorf Mandel. How you doing, Dorf? Oh, I haven't got him in the chat room yet. Are you the Dorf I know? If you are, wave your hand. Oh, you're not? You're not the Dorf I know. I was on he had a radio show. And how do I know you're not going to flash us with porn or do something like that? Give me a sign. I can't hear you. You just going like that. Nothing. Do we go for it? Do we take the risk?
Sure, let's take the risk.
Let's take the risk. Here you go, Dorf. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I won't do anything like that. I don't appreciate that sort of thing.
All right, I appreciate that. I'm going to take the banner off. How
Good
you
morning.
doing? What's up? What's on your mind?
I had a little story, something that happened to me yesterday. I wanted to get your guys' opinion on it. I've been watching the show before, but I never have called in, just kind of a lurker.
And this is kind of a Sunday morning is kind of a non-show show. It's just
long-time listener, first-time caller. Let's
exactly
west of the Mississippi.
That's right. That's right. Well, just the other day I was leaving my home and they had, I don't know if they have this where you are, but they had street sweeping set up. So they're clearing parking on the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I must have missed the signs because they towed me. All right.
Of course.
Yeah, they towed me. And I go out there and I never seen anything like this before, but when they where my car was, they swept around it. And they still towed me.
Yeah.
And they still towed you.
So I go down and I look at this so-called sweep job that they've done. And I tell you, I've swept my kitchen many times, and I get it a lot cleaner than they do.
Oh yeah.
You know, I don't even know if they are sweeping. And I've never seen a wet sweeping before where they do with water. I don't do that at home. That's mopping. I do.
We
Sweep
get
and
that out
then I
here.
do
They'll
mop.
spray first, and
Well, I'll do a sweep and then I'll mop because it's usually that's what you want to do,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah,
you want
that's
to
what you'd
sweep
think.
up.
That's how I
You
did
wanna-
the kitchen yesterday. Yep.
Right. So you sweep up all the dry stuff, right?
mm-hmm.
Sweeping and sweeping and sweeping, and then you mop, and you mop,
Yeah.
and then you mop, and you'll clean that up and down, and you'll go back and forth in a motion. You know what mopping is, right?
Yeah.
You know what mopping is. I don't have to explain mopping.
Yeah.
So then I go out there to look at the street, and it just seems like they did not do that. I still see glass in the street, which I think that would be the main concern with
You'd think.
street
Glass
sweeping.
nails, yeah.
Glass and nails. I saw rocks, other debris. What are some other debris that you guys have seen?
Oh.
McDonald's cups, all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
all the typical garbage stuff that blows out of the trash can when you haul your cans to the street.
Or
That
the
kind of
jerks
thing.
throw out the windows of their cars as they're driving along.
Jerks throwing stuff. You'll see
Yep.
stuff on the ground. And I'm thinking, underneath my car, almost no debris. Nothing
Beer
there.
can, says Brianna Learman.
Well, there's beer cans, could be beer cans, and there could be soda cans. I don't want to leave out soda cans. I think
Soda
that's
cans.
also
Yeah, we don't want to
important
be
talk about.
discriminating here.
And what?
I said we don't want to be discriminating here. We got to bring in soda cans too.
Sorry, you're
Not
yelling.
just beer.
You're yelling. But I would like to say that when I go out there and I see the street is as not clean as it is, and they tow my car like that, I am just at a loss of words. And I did go down my the city. Excuse me.
Excuse me, I coughed.
Oh, okay. I go down
Sorry
to
about
city. What?
Sorry about that.
Are you You're yelling?
I'm yelling.
It's just it's very loud.
I said it's like being with your grandparents. I said, could you bring me a coffee cup? That's yelling. Nothing.
Go ahead, Garth. Go ahead. Ignore him.
Go ahead.
With
Go
your
ahead.
story.
Keep up
Okay,
with
so
your
then-
story.
Exactly. So I was just wondering, I go down to my city council and I basically say, this is what happened, because that's the kind of place I live in. And I go down, this is what's going on here. And you're never going to believe this. They cleaned the inside of my car for me. They cleaned the outside of my car for me, detailed the whole thing. It was actually someone did it for my birthday.
Nice.
And that
You
was
gotta
it.
like that.
It was a prank on me, but it was a good prank. One of
A
those
prank.
fake good
Ha!
pranks where they clean your car. And honestly, my friends did it. It wasn't even the city, so I shouldn't have gone down to city council.
Wow.
And the
Hey,
whole
it's
thing
your
was
birthday. We
cleaned
just
and
played a
detailed.
prank. Take that.
But it was clean. It did need the clean. You can admit that would be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice. I'd like that. I'd like to have my car cleaned.
We have 3 kids, and they
Yeah, we got 3 little kids, so you know.
Exactly.
It's like,
He's always
who did
got
not
French
pack
fries,
out their
you know,
trash
you know.
today?
Who didn't do their trash?
Yeah.
I was kind of say that kind of thing. But that's all I wanted to say. It was just a good story. I thought you guys might like it.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. I like that. That was a good story. You know, Rainey said just was it yesterday or the day before? She said, you know, I got in the car and I'm smelling something smells like fermented fruit or you know, penicillin or something like that. And she
The car
she
smelled
goes
like penicillin.
she goes, I found it. Yeah,
What
smells like
was it?
penicillin, which is rotten oranges.
Oh,
And so she holds up this moldy, looks like a golf ball, and it was like a little Tangelo or Tangerinetto or something, whatever they call them.
dang.
And it was all it was quite moldy. So
Well, good talking to you both.
All
thanks,
right,
Dorf.
talking
Good
to
to
you.
have you here.
Have a good day.
You too. That was
Join the
Dorf.
chat.
What?
I said, join the chat.
Join the chat room, yeah, if you got time. So, drink water, Scotty, says Matthew Sainsbury.
So you're not.
No, it wasn't a dryness thing. I swallowed wrong. You know, when you swallow your own spit sometimes wrong, you go, because it goes, it's like, yeah. No, there you go. Tell your story and ignore the peanut gallery. LOL.
Quit talking over the guests. What's
Quit
up with you?
talking. Let's see. I have
shout in his ear,
one to
folks.
share to Lelania when I come on. You may have heard of it. When I feel better, I'll talk on it. Boom. There you go. That's what she said, Brianna said, in response to my swallowing wrong thing.
Ba-dum-bum.
Well, why, Brianna, whatever are you talking about? Please do elucidate, enlighten us. I don't get your joke. LOL. I don't know. Gosh, Brianna, what does that mean? Lelania. Everybody get ready to take a screenshot. I hate when I swallow wrong. Well, there it is. There it is.
Go.
What can we say? So, I can relate. I don't do that. You don't swallow wrong? Well, that's good. Oh, my goodness. I love my friends.
I do too.
So, you do too. And I does too, he said.
And I does too.
No. Let's not just grab things and put them in front of the...
My little Ellie belly.
Oh, she wants you to see this. She goes, there's that picture. Looks normal that way. But if you tip it upside down, I'm not that dexterous. It looks like that. There you go.
Goodbye, Ellie belly.
Bye, Ellie. She's over there just looking at stuff.
Is Rowan still sleeping?
Brianna says, I cannot relate. It's not what John says. Oh, there it is.
Bitter, huh?
So Sunday morning, she says, Lelania. I don't know where the emphasis goes on that. So Sunday morning, or is it so Sunday morning?
Reminds me of many Sunday mornings I've had.
Yeah. I've had many Sunday mornings like that, he says. Matthew Sainsbury's going to take time and try to film his foot. See if I can get a cool view of the blood moon tonight. Oh, that'll be cool.
Wasn't
It's
that
a blood moon down in Barbados. Do you know when I was down in Honduras many years ago, where my grandfather lived, on a little island called Roatan off the north coast of Honduras? It's the first time I ever saw, and I didn't know you could see it from this, and I've never checked to see if I was accurate about this, but I believe I saw the Southern Cross. And I think you can see it from the Caribbean, but it was way down back on the, and I'm doing the motion, that's not the right direction, but from where I was sitting, and there were no lights, of course. We're out on the little key.
So you can actually see stars.
You could actually see stars. You could see so many stars, you couldn't make out the constellations hardly.
Yeah.
There were so many stars, but you could see the Southern Cross way down on the border, the horizon. It was, it would have been the southwest horizon, and it was just barely up over the horizon. I said, that, I believe, is the Southern Cross. When you see the Southern Cross for the first time, yeah, who taught him how to sing anyway? He had so many great songs. He had so many great songs, but he didn't have a voice. So you can make money filming your feet, says Lelania. I know, Raini. How do you think Raini subsidizes us? She films her feet.
There's a lot of people out there with foot fetishes.
Yes. Yeah. Thefootfetish.com/Raini. And you'll see everything you need to see. Toe related. Raini has great feet, though. To me, I look at some feet. I've seen some women's feet where I'm like, put your shoes back on. Put your flats back on, please. Raini has beautiful feet. I would go so far as to say Raini has sexy feet. And when I first met her, she used to wear a ring on one of her toes. And that's even sexier, ring or an ankle bracelet. I don't know. Did you ever wear an ankle bracelet? Oh, that wasn't you. Oops. Oh. She does wear a toe ring. And she's got, like, can you have aquiline feet? I mean, she has these
She has wet
gorgeous
toes.
feet, and she'd do her nails. She was a pedicurist on top of it, so she had gorgeous toes and toenails and all of that stuff. And I had like Fred Flintstone feet, you know.
But
She
you
looked at
shouldn't
my
use
feet
your
the
feet
first
to
time and
stop
said, "Do
your
you
car."
drive with those?" Yes, I run my own car down the street through the courtesy of Scott's 2 feet. If you're on the equator, says James, which direction does the toilet water swirl when flushed?
It just stands still. If you're right
That's
on the equator, it just goes straight down.
My mind just now? I have no idea. I never watched when it was at the equator.
Speaking of that, not the toilet flushing, but stars at night. Just think of what the sky looked like for ancient man without all the light.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, wait. Roger Rabbit has an important thing. You know what they say about a ring on your toes? Rings on your fingers and bells on your toes. I don't know. What do they say about rings on your toes? Too deep for Sunday morning, said Morgan Snow. Yeah, we hit the hard topics here on Sunday morning.
Gypsy Rose.
Yeah. That song was in when I was in like 6th or 7th grade.
I think, well, when did Gypsy come out? Was that?
I don't know. That would have to be around 70, 71.
Yeah, so that's probably why it was big then.
Hey, beautiful.
What? Is she
You got to
coming
go
on?
pick up kids. Make them wait. I'll go after the show.
I have to be there at 10 o'clock. I've already made them wait.
Oh, you already made them wait. Okay. Rowan went to get went to an overnight birthday party last night.
Oh.
And you said kids. You got to drive other people home too?
Well, Waylon's staying here in town, and she asked if I'd pick Waylon up and bring him home.
Oh.
Which she's just on the other side of the block.
You should bring Rowan's bag. You probably already thought of that because you're organized that way.
Tell Rowan hello from
I've
Uncle
just
Dave.
made a deposit in the love bank because you're very organized.
She's a together woman.
She is. She's got her shit together. Her feces coagulated. Sorry, it's Sunday morning. So. And Matthew Sainsbury says, oh, yeah, when Alexander was fighting Darius at Guadalcanal in Iraq, there was a lunar eclipse. Both the Greeks and the Persians saw it as an omen in 33 BCE. You know, Matthew has this glorious way of finding anything we're talking about and finding historical facts. Oh, yeah, you know, well, that was like a Shalmaneser the Fifth.
Think about that. So ancient man's out doing their thing, and all of a sudden the moon starts going away.
And there's an eclipse.
It's like, what the hell?
It's like, yeah, that was magic back then. It's the god. It's a portent, I tell you, a portent.
God is unhappy with us.
What?
God is unhappy with us.
Yes. Lelania, that one almost slipped past us.
Which one?
Bye.
Bye, Rainy dear.
Have fun.
Tell Rowan hello.
She's got to go pick up where Rowan is spending the night.
Oh.
The brother, who is a friend of Flynn's, was at somebody else's house as an overnight over near our neighborhood. So she's going to go pick him up and bring him home for the mom, so she doesn't have to go out and get him, who has 16 little girls at her house from the party last night, all 10 years of age and
16 10-year-olds. What the hell would you do with 16 10-year-olds?
My God.
Oh my God.
I'd be like going bowling.
No wonder the young man said,
bye, you going with mom? See ya. Sorry, Dave, I missed that.
No wonder Flynn's fans said, I'm sleeping at someone else's house. I'm not staying here with 16.
Yeah. What in the old movies, it was always, I'm going to go stay at the Y tonight. Which is also a weird vernacular for other things. That's what she said. That's what Lelania said.
Ba-dum-bum.
Ba-dum-bum.
No, they're not on there.
Steph Cuervo Queen, good to see you. Hello to everyone, she says. Good to see you, Steph.
Hello,
Glad
Steph.
you're here. Well, bless you and bless you. So there's Rainy all dressed, feeling like she just wants to sit at home and she's got to go haul kids around. It hurts your brain without your sunglasses. Yeah.
Goddess that she is.
Goddess that you are. Dave didn't say that first. I did. Just watching her retreat up the stairs.
That's a nice view.
It's a great view.
As Lewis would say, she's got an ass like an onion. It makes me want to cry.
That's it. And she used to date Lewis. So. But anyway,
nobody dated Lewis.
Yeah. I was just going to amend that. Lewis used to rent a room in her house. There you go. And and so anyway, moving on. And that was almost 20 years ago, if you can believe that. So Lewis was at festival. He was a swordsman like Dave.
He was my fight partner for
Dave's
years
fight
and
partner.
years.
But Lewis was kind of the Latino version of Flynn.
Puerto Rican, and he is even still today.
Even still
looks like
today,
he's in his 20s.
he looks like he's in his 20s. You can tell
He's
the
a
difference.
gorgeous man.
He's
Let's
in his
just say
40s
he's
now,
a gorgeous man.
but
Always has been.
he played the Hispanic or Latino Robin Hood at the festival for years.
We're going to the Renaissance Festival.
Well, I don't know. That's a good question. Were you going with Mom or are you staying here?
I'm going with.
Hey, come here. Give me a hug.
I love you.
Go hug. I love you too. Bye.
I love you too.
Fine. Bye. Yeah, but that's that was Lewis, and Lewis was you would say, even as a guy, you would say that is one gorgeous man. And he was tall and lean, and
he would walk into the room, and all the women were like they just got out of the pool.
And he had the hair too. He had like the permanent hero's lock. When he wore it just a little longer, and it would go whoosh whoosh, and he was like, but he wasn't stuck up about it, for lack of a better term. And was like, hey guys. He was just a great guy.
A Spanish Armada uniform, like from
yes,
Captain Blood.
Yes.
No, not Captain Blood. Seahawk.
The Seahawks.
And it was done in brown and tan leather.
I remember.
He had it was a sand-washed rayon shirt, but it had a look of like silk.
Mm-hmm.
And women would come up and just pet him all day long.
They'd pet him. Yeah. He was one of those men amongst a bunch of guys that are festies, that are fat and overweight or slouchy, or they're playing peasants. And Lewis was like, he walked out of a Hollywood movie that was merged with an historical painting. And he had I'm sorry, I'm talking about a guy like this, but he would wear like the velvet tights, but he had the high tight ass that an athletic man has. And he'd wear
referred to as a bubble butt,
the functional codpiece, with gold buttons down the codpiece and things, and his leather. And he was a leather worker,
properly stuffed.
Yeah, he was naturally properly stuffed, and he was a leather worker, and he would make these incredible costumes for the festival that were historically accurate, but also with a touch of art.
One of my best students.
Yeah, he was amazing.
Yeah, he apprenticed under me.
And I'd say I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. And of course, my wife Raini. Before I met her, I knew who she was before I met her, and she obviously was attracted to Lewis, and he was obviously attracted to her, and so yeah. And so
he has the attention span of a gnat when it comes to women.
He does. You know, he'll have a woman that both Dave and I in the day, we're talking 20 years ago, the redhead Linda, both were just like, wow.
Let me
And
tell
we
you a
both
story
would
about
woo
Linda.
her off and on. And but of course, Lewis was her fixation. And so
when Linda first came to sight, Lewis and I were walking down the road, and we saw her, this vision of loveliness with the ivory white skin and the red tight curls.
I would say that she was the female counterpart of what Lewis is.
Yes.
Just
and
gorgeous.
We both are stunned, and I said, "Oh, let's do a woo off." I said,
"A woo off." Yes.
So the first woman or the first guy to win that woman's kiss wins, and so we both went at her. We were constantly every day, doing some woo to outwoo the other guy. She was standing with the court one day, and I walked up, clapped my hands, and a cart rolled out, and these guys set up a table and table linens and table stuff.
I remember that day.
And I clapped my hand again, and women came running down from the bakery stage and put plates on the table with I had gone in earlier and I had fixed these Cornish hens and this whole dinner, and I took her hand and I set her at one end of the table, and then I sat at the other end, and I clapped my hand, and some strings came over and started playing violins and viola and went through this whole thing. And about halfway through dinner, she leaned forward and said, "I spent the night with Lewis. I feel I should tell you."
And you're like, well, thank you very much. I guess he wins.
She says, "You've really gone all out here. I should really let you know."
I should let you know that I have somewhere.
She had a
you keep talking, Dave. I'm looking for something.
She had a really nice
and I thought it
that
was.
I coveted.
I thought it was in here. See if I got it or not.
Are you looking for a picture of her?
I have a picture when I did The King at the Rosenthorn Festival up in Elk River.
Mm-hmm.
Lindsay was my queen, but then Linda came and filled in on a weekend that Lindsay had to be out of town, and Linda played my queen. And I see these pictures
had those all the time too. Fill-in queens
fill-in queens. And I have a picture of her sitting with me. I thought I had it on this.
Hey, computer. Elderberry, how are you doing?
Nope, I do not. Elderberry, how you doing? I thought I had it, and so I was going to look for it, and apparently I don't. We'll see here. I'm going to try.
I stumbled onto a photograph of Susan
because now that we've talked about her enough, I thought it would be appropriate to show Linda in her. She played a character called, how do you pronounce it? Granier, the female pirate.
Yes.
I can't think of what her.
Another reason she stole my heart.
Yeah, pirate.
What can I say?
And let's see if I've got it on here or not. I just need to look to see if it's in here.
Scotty took one of the best pictures of me as Morgan, and he actually did it. So when Sam turned 5, we did a whole pirate-themed birthday party for him. I built him a little brown pirate coat and everything, and we had all these people. All these girls started showing up, like 5-year-old and 6-year-old girls. Just all girls. And there were like no boys there. And so we said to Sam, "Didn't any of the boys from your class want to come?" "Oh, I didn't invite any of the boys. He just invited the girls from his class."
Nice.
That's so Sam. Anyway, that day, I was playing Captain Morgan all day, and Scotty got his camera out and took a bunch of pictures of me, and has one of the best pictures of me. That's the one where I'm laughing by the oak tree.
Oh yeah.
And it's so classic Morgan that it's on my Facebook page.
Yeah, you use it as your profile picture sometimes.
Yeah.
So I'm scanning my photo albums to find my festival album.
I don't have a picture of Linda because it breaks my heart every time I think.
I know. Thanks for the dinner, but I slept with Lewis last night.
Oh my God!
Isn't that the best? Isn't that the best line? That's what every guy wants to hear when he takes out the woman of his dreams. I finally got you for dinner. Here it is. I'm whining and dining. Oh, I just want you to know, I slept with your best friend last night.
The story of my life. Every woman I know, practically.
Yeah, Lelania says I envisioned the lady on the Celtic Women's album. Yeah, a lot like that.
Yes.
Only
and prettier.
I know I have somewhere, and I thought it might be in my Fest and Friends album of my photos where I have her, and I'm just scanning through to see if that is the case, because that would be.
While you were looking at that, the other day I was flipping through photos and came across a picture of Susie when she was.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. When we were doing Clantartan, and she had all the curls. And
here it is. I found it. Yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
And that, I'm sure you've seen the picture. She's very demure and she's sort of looking down to the. I ran across that photo the other day, and it just every time I see that, it always melts my heart.
I hate to say this, it's a little fuzzy, because it was a small picture. I am gonna, just for the purpose of this, I am going to share my screen because we want you to see the woman that we are talking about. And I have to tell you, at one point, there was we were doing the Rosenthorn Fair, and it was when Linda was the queen, and for a day that she filled it, or the weekend, and she slept over at my house, and because we were getting all ready and we were practicing what we were going to do the next day, and she was gonna. I said, I'll sleep on the. You could. She's like, no, you can sleep in the bed. I'll sleep with you in the bed. And you're a guy, and you're like, oh Jesus, Saints preserve me. And I said, I'll be good.
It's not that I don't trust you. It's that I don't trust me.
I don't trust me. And so it was interesting. She was sitting on the end of the bed, jeans and a t-shirt, and we were just talking. And she reached over and she put her hand on my knee, and she said, my mom thinks I should marry you. And in retrospect, you think that was some kind of an invitation. But at the time, I was dating somebody else. And I felt, and I remember when she said that, I said, well, maybe we ought to look into that. And we went to bed, all underweared up. And I slept with my back to her the whole night. And I don't know. Now, I don't say this to be bragging or anything like that. It's not that kind of a thing or to be weird about it.
That's one way to.
The way I read the situation was I need to be good. And not reading the situation. I was saying to myself, I need to be good and not do anything here because I'm dating someone else, and because what if I read her wrong with the whole marriage thing? What if I read her wrong and you make that move? She goes, oh, what are you doing? That's not what I meant. And I'm like, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to go crawl and sleep on the mat beside the refrigerator tonight now. I didn't want to run that risk. So, but anyway, this is the woman. I'm going to share my screen because I want you to see who this is. And this is not the very best picture of her. I've seen others in her. Remember her tan leather outfit with the big Buccaneer hat? And but anyway, I'm going to share my screen.
How could I forget?
Boom and boom. There's that. Now I'm going to go over to Photoshop. There it is. Now that's Linda and me. This is the next day, by the way, after that little story I just told you. This is the next day. I was the king at the festival, and that's when I was, God, you can even tell I was a lot heavier back then.
And she has her hair all pulled up because
and her hair's all pulled up instead of the long, kinky curls and stuff. But that was Linda, and that was one of her dresses. She brought over a couple of her dresses to my house. She said, which one do you think I should wear to be queen? And I said, oh, definitely that one. And so that's Linda. Not the best picture of her, and I don't know if she'd appreciate or if she'd love the fact that we're talking about her today or not. But that's somebody I've also lost touch with over the years. I still have her phone number in my phone, and I called it several weeks back just because I got to call and see if Linda, is she still alive? What happened to her? The last I talked to her was 5 or 6 years ago. And so I called the number, and it was her voice doing the voicemail. So I thought, oh, I got her number. I said, hey, this is Scotty. Give me a call. So that was her, by the way.
Her husband is probably like, who's this Scotty guy?
Yeah, really. I don't know. Is she married now? I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm just assuming
Stop
this
screen share.
many
There
years
you go.
later, she probably is.
So let's see. What's everybody saying here? Thanks. I woke you late today, said Elderberry. I envisioned the lady on the Celtic Women's album. Exactly, Lelania. That was her. Rainy, I had a book that Lewis had given me a long time ago. Or no, Rainy had it because it was one of Lewis's old books. And, you know, Lewis lived with Rainy for a while. And it was the Hildebrandt brothers paintings for Lord of the Rings before the movies were out and so on, which actually Peter Jackson based some of his scenes on the paintings that the Hildebrandt brothers did from Lord of the Rings. But I was flipping through that, and out falls this little picture of Linda, a headshot of her. And it's like, wow, that's pretty neat. So there you go. If I had that book at hand, it's probably still in the book, but I don't have it at hand.
What do you mean, Elderberry, that I have a hall effect on?
Let's see. What did Elderberry say? David's voice got a hall effect. Oh, you're echoing, probably.
Oh. Am I echoing to you?
No, not to me. That's interesting.
That's weird. That's weird. I don't understand.
A little like
what do you think it's causing? What do you think is causing it?
What? I missed that. What?
I said, that's weird. That's weird. I don't understand. I don't understand. What do you think is causing it?
Causing it. I don't know.
I'm doing my own echo thing there. See?
And by the way, that is that's Linda's sword right here. That's one Lewis made for her. And I borrowed that from her years and years ago, 10 years ago. And we were going to get together, and I said, you know, I still got your sword. Oh, bring it along. We were going to go have coffee, and I was going to trade her sword back to her, give her sword back to her about, 5 or 6 years ago. And something came up, and I couldn't make it. And we haven't spoken since. Other than a quick, she was on Facebook for a little bit, and then she got off Facebook. And the mic picks up a little bit of the speaker. Yeah, I got to turn my speaker down. That's why I have to wear a headset when I do live radio.
And I've got my headset on, so I shouldn't be getting any.
There you go. I don't like wearing it unless I have to. It stretches, all the way over there. I got to get a really long corded one to make it work.
They make extension cords.
So, yeah, that was her. And then, I have. Hang on. Do I have the Rosenthorn crowd in here? Did you do Rosenthorn, Dave?
I did not do Rosenthorn. And I
don't know why. Because a bunch of our friends from the festival did Rosenthorn.
Oh, was I married at the time? Was that while I was married to Amy?
That was 2003.
Yes, I was married at the time, and that pretty much ended my participation in just about everything.
Yes.
Amy had this vision that because her dad would go to work at 7 a.m, and then come home in the evening, put his slippers on. His wife would light his pipe for him, and he would sit in the chair and read the paper, and that was life at home. And
nice.
When I married her, she expected me to do the same, and I'm like, what part of me did you think was going to do that? Because
exactly,
I'm involved in productions, and I've got all these other things, the living history and all this other stuff I was doing, and I wanted her and the kids to be involved in that stuff, but she just felt that we should just sit at home after work and
Sure.
not doing. And I'm like, that's just not me. And I grew up in a house where my dad always had things he was doing. My mom always had things she was doing. They were part of committees and involved in air shows and all kinds of stuff like that. So yeah, that was just not me.
By
at
the
all.
way, let me do this for just a second. I'm just going to go to my full screen for a second. You're still there.
I know.
There, that was the Rosenthorn Renaissance Fair. And there I am in my king's costume that was made for me. Can you see my mouse?
No, you're on full screen.
Hey, Dave, can you see my mouse?
Oh, right
No.
there on the bookshelf, running around on the bookshelf. Yes.
So that's me, of course, in the reddish costume. That was my king
Okay,
costume.
but we're just seeing you. We're not seeing your.
You're
shared
just
picture.
seeing me?
Yeah.
Hold on. That's odd. I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah, but you went full screen with your picture, not with the there. Now I'm full screen, and I'm really blurry. Not meant to be seen full screen, apparently. Now we're half screen. Now we're
that's
split.
odd. Let's go back to this. All right,
Go
can
back to
you
sharing your screen?
you see me?
I see both of you.
It
both of
says
us.
share screen. It says I'm sharing my screen because it's telling me, do you want to stop sharing your screen?
But you're not.
Add to stream. There it
Okay.
is.
There we go.
All right.
Now we see your whole desktop.
Now
we see it.
there's Rosenthorn. This was a small Renaissance fair that ran 1 year. And that's when I played the king. And then you see my former girlfriend that I dated for years, 4.5, almost 5 years before Raini, was the woman in the orangey red dress. That was Lindsay. And she played my queen. She was my girlfriend and she was my queen. And so, and then you see people, some of these people aren't even alive anymore.
I know what you mean,
Oberon.
Salisbury.
played-
I always thought the same thing.
What was Oberon? What was his real name? Jeremy? I can't remember.
Yeah, King of the Fairies.
He passed away. Oberon, the guy with the big wings, he played this glorious character out at the festival. He was the fairy king. And the guy in the end is Jeremy on the right end, and then his wife is in between Lindsay and me. If I do
And then
believe.
Eric Nelson is over your shoulder.
Eric Nelson's over my shoulder, just to the left of me. He's a very good friend of ours. He always did festival. He was a pirate at the festival.
And Ashley Nave in front of him.
Yep, Ashley Nave. He was dating her at the time of this picture.
And I'm only guessing because of the hat. Is that the Spencers next to him?
No, that's Lori Dahlstrom.
No. Behind, there's a man and woman.
Behind Ashley next to Eric?
Yeah.
That's Mark. He
Not
played
the
the Queen
Spencers.
Mother sometimes. He came dressed up as the old woman.
yes. Okay.
Mark, what the heck was his last name?
He's on my Facebook group too.
Can't remember it off the top of my head because I haven't said it in years. Next to Ashley is Lori Dahlstrom. Way at the far left end of this photo is Ryan Gayle. And many of you in the chat room know Ryan Gayle. This is 19 years ago. He was playing the Herald, the Royal Herald.
Okay.
And let's see, the guy who's hunched down with the legs. What do you call those?
Pan legs?
Those characters in mythology.
The Pan. Pan. Can you
Pan? The guy with the pan legs. I don't even know who that is. I think he came along with Oberon's court. And there's a woman way in the background on the left. I don't know who that is. And barely see her head peeking out. And there's a guy that's dressed in royal garb that was one of our guardsmen, I believe, at the festival. And I don't remember what his name is. So that was the royal court. I also have I think I only have a couple of pictures of this on my, if I go to Rosenthorn, no, what else have I gotten here? Oh, that's Jaylene. Remember Jaylene? Yeah,
Yes.
let's blow that up. That was one of my other King's costumes out at Rosenthorn, and she was a bar wench at the at our festival.
Yep.
And so she came and said hi that day. So there you go. That's
Do you have
Rosenthorn.
that Morgan picture of me in there?
Let's find out. Let me see if I have Dave Potter. I know I've got a file folder for you, but I have
It's the
different.
FBI.
I have different. Dave Potter. Oh, not in there. That was the Templar marketing.
Yep.
See, do I have you under Potter?
Scotty
David
does excellent
Potter?
photo work.
I might have you in this file. Let's just take a look, shall we? Old Samsung. I need to go into HDD and clients. Let's see if I've got you in here. David Weatherly, Denny Pete, no, not there. Do I have it under Potter? I don't. Not on that. Not in that disk. That's the only one that's hooked up right now.
Click on Facebook. Go to my site.
Let's see. All right, let me go to Facebook. Let me get there. All right, folks, I hope this is riveting for you because it is for Dave and me.
Scintillating radio.
Oh, those are my albums on my Facebook. Let's go to David Potter. Dave or David? Which one?
So
you have a couple of different ones. Here, I'll just put a Potter.
It's me and my
Potter.
Navy coat. Me and my
David
Navy
W?
coat. Yep, that one.
All right, here's Dave Potter's. Now,
Go
where
to
do I
photos.
go? That's Dave playing the piano before he was at his beard.
You have to listen to that. That's hilarious.
So let's see. I go into photos. See, look at
Album.
here's some of Dave at the festival. Look at these. There he is.
He is as the Lord High Sheriff.
And Dave was a
During
highly
the-
sought after costumer as well, making costumes for people at the festival. That's the sort of state
Yep.
at the festival. Oh, this is when Dave and I were part of the regiment. Where am I? Oh, there's
I'm
Dave.
over on the far left. Yep. That was our crazy picture.
I don't think I'm in that picture. Maybe I took that picture. Let's see. Now, where am I looking?
Oh, there's
for
me with your
picture?
mom.
What?
There's me with your mom. Kilted picture.
Where?
And your sister.
Where is that?
I'm
I'm not even seeing that.
okay. The picture you just had up, next row down and over on the left.
Oh, yeah. This was my mom at my daughter's wedding. There's Dave at my daughter Bryn's wedding. That was 3 years ago yesterday. Or
escorting your
last
hot
week,
mom.
the 5th, I think. So there's how Dave came to the wedding. That's my mom back then, 3 years ago.
And that's your sister.
There's my sister and Dave. I hope everybody out there in on the radio stream is really enjoying this because we are.
So click on albums. You go back
Let's
to
go
photos.
back there.
Click
I'm going to go
on
to
albums.
albums.
Go down to characters. There, it's me with the helmet. Click. Nope. Yep. Up there. that
Character
one.
photos.
And there in the center is.
Oh, there's the one where he's laughing as Captain Morgan. That's a great picture. That's Dave as Captain Morgan when he played the pirate out at festival, which was pretty normal.
Where's the? I'm looking for the really good scowl that you caught at 4 a.m. at your house.
It was either this one.
No, it's not that one. Scroll up. Oh, it's not in this album. It's in the head. It's in the.
Here, just to give you an idea, this is the kind of costuming Dave did for festival. He had several different characters that he would do out at festival. That was one of them. A glorious costume.
It's all trimmed in mink.
This one.
Yep, that's Clan Tartan years. That's
Clan Tartan. Yep,
Provost.
that's 1600s. See, I thought that good scowl was this
Go
what's it-
to that's a scowl. You took that at the Larpenter house.
Larpenter
But
house.
go
Yeah.
to in the albums. Go back to
Let's go
albums.
back to albums. Where the heck did that go? Just go backwards. Oh, there.
Okay. Profile pictures.
Right here.
Yeah, because I've used it a lot of times for the profile pictures. And scroll down.
This is a good one, by the way.
It was there on the top row. Yeah, that's a great
Top
one.
row.
There.
Oh, the scowl. Yes.
So, like 4 o'clock in the morning.
4 in the morning. Was
Scotty
that the
comes
pirate party night?
up. I don't think so because I'm
The
just wearing-
date's not in there, but it
And
was
Scott's like, I'm going to take your picture. This is a great, and I gave him this scowl.
October 15th of that has to be 2006.
Yeah,
So
that was Scotch and Cookies at the.
I'm looking at the background to try to see what house that was.
It's the one on Portland.
Okay. Yep.
It's the Portland house.
What else
And,
you got in here? There.
love
Look
that.
at this one. That's his Henry VIII days.
Well, so I'm Lord High Sheriff, but I was
Yes.
dressed like this, and I'm walking down the lane with our king at the time, which was a new king, and his costume was not very king. I don't know if he
Nothing
made it-
compared to your costume.
It was made out of cheap fabric, and it just did not
Yep.
have the look. But he's wearing the crown.
He was a
and-
temporary king. He did 1 year, didn't he?
I think 2.
2 years?
This peasant came running up, dropped to his knees, but before us, looks at me and says, "Your Majesty," and starts.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh no!" And I'm
No.
physically turning this peasant towards the king. No, king, sheriff. I said, "See, pointy hat," and he looks at me. He goes, "Surely your jest, Your Majesty."
There's an old picture of Dave, Pirate
Oh,
Days.
that's young Captain Morgan. That's got to be
In the 90s.
is in the 90s. Yeah, that's my first.
And
Captain
this was
Morgan.
Dave after they minted his coin.
Yep. That's there was a picture though that's in the tavern.
Oh, that's in my house. That's the tavern that we did the set design for in my house. We made that whole downstairs look
beams
like
in the
a
background
medieval
and all that.
tavern. What else we got in here for Captain Morgan? Oh, there he is. See?
Scotty did this for me. That's
I
the
put
famous
Dave's
Henry
face
VIII
on that.
Holbein, and with my face. And Wendy saw that, and she's like, "I can get you a job at Hampton what's it called? Hampton
No idea.
the castle in Scotland that Wolsey gave.
Hampton Court. Hampton Court. Boy, wouldn't that be cool? So there you go. There's now if I went over to once again into some of my I want to show you some of these festival people. I hope you guys are I gotta go check at this at the chat room.
Dating radio. Oh, I'll take a quick look while you're doing that.
Lelania, those are fighting words, Lelania said. So stick with us. You're bearing with Dave and I doing our thing. Let's see, these are my photos. I was going to go to albums, and I was going to go to festival stuff here.
I
There's
kind
all
of want
Egyptian
you to tell
stuff,
me what
Egyptian
house
stuff.
I'm in.
Oh,
Or
this was the pirate party.
take me on a Hobbit adventure. Okay.
Here's Dave.
Oh.
Dave let me wear his Captain Morgan coat. That was at Flynn's pirate party.
That was Flynn's though. That's
Flynn,
so
little
that,
Flynn, yeah.
I made that coat for Sam. That's
Yes.
Sam.
That's Sam there a few years ago. When was this? 2013.
If Flynn's 5, Sam's got to be
There's one of the best pictures of Dave and me
11, 12.
doing our pirate gig, our pirate thing at Flynn's pirate party.
Arr.
Arr. Avast. We never actually said avast, but we say it for you. Avast. Ahoy.
Those is right.
Yeah, I just thought that was fun.
Good facial
There's
expression. Your hair was darker than
my twin
hair-
daughters, Abby and Bryn. And
my hair was
Sam.
much darker then, and it was redder.
Oh, mine or yours?
Mine.
Yeah, yours.
Matthew Sansbury said my hair was darker then. Yeah.
There's Rainy. There's Flynn in his coat, pirate coat made for Sam that got handed down to Flynn. We still have that hanging in the closet, though I don't think we will ever have any more kids. So.
I did a little red one. Tilly.
That's Rowan, by the way.
Tilly
And Rainy.
wanted a pirate coat when she was that age, and I made a little red and gold one for Tilly.
Yeah.
Who now has a baby of her own. I can't. Another one of these kids that.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That I used to carry on my hip and is now.
I know.
Her own children, but.
That's our whole family. This is pre-Ellery on
These
Flynn's
would be
pirate
Scott's
party day.
Daughters, Abby and Bryn, his twin daughters.
Yes, my twin daughters, Abby and Bryn, and Rainy, of course, and that's Rowan, tiny Rowan,
Everyone
and Sam and Flynn. I loved Flynn because that was just a costume store bought pirate hat for him, and it was huge.
It was huge, but
and it was fantastic. But look at his attitude. He got piratude when he'd put that on.
I wish we had. You've got pictures of Sam in that coat.
Probably finding them might be kind of tough. Look at that hat.
You have a file on you. You don't have a file on Sam.
I do, but let's find out. Let's find out. And everybody in the chat room, I'm not seeing the chat room, so you'll have to.
I'm looking at it.
Pardon my not being very.
Oh, the good old days, says Elderberry. Yes, they were.
Talking the there. Days. Let's see if I've got. Oh, there's Rainy. Bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Rainy and that's Rowan. Look how little she is. Look at that. Makes me laugh. Let's see. Let's go back to albums.
Rowan never missed a camera. When she saw a camera, she'd always put on a smile. Yeah,
these are all Egypt.
Egypt.
Egypt. All the different trips to Egypt.
I know you post a picture of Sam every once in a while with his cutlass out and his hat and his coat, the whole bit.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. That's probably in the family album, I would think. Flynn the Magnificent. Oh, this is Flynn the Magnificent. One day he came up with those goggles on in his underalls. Is that what they call them? The underoos,
pull-ups.
You know, and he came and did a little dance. I'm just sharing this with you. Dance.
You can dance if you wanna.
Dance. You can dance if you want to. You can leave your goggles on. So I called this Flynn the Magnificent. There he is. All right, going backwards. Go back to where we were. We were down about here. I'll just show this because it's here. This is Rainy when I first knew her. That's Rainy and her sister Kate.
The lovely
trampolining. Kate. This was in 2006. Almost exactly. It was May 26th, 2006.
A lot of pictures of Kate we can't share.
Yeah, there are. There are indeed. Let me get back to albums because I'm looking for something specifically.
For sure.
Yeah. Friends. Rainy doesn't like her, but we'll just say she doesn't hate her. Is it in any of these?
How about the one marked Kids with the picture of Sam on the cover? Is that?
When was that? That was in 2009. Wow.
Is that KJ?
No, that's a friend of mine, Ellie, is her name. So, but I thought there's Sarah Soderlin and me way back in the day. It's 2009. I thought there might be something in there, and there is not.
Nope. Go to the album marked Kids with Sam on the cover.
Let's see. Kids. It was down. Was it down here?
Yep. There. It's right there. Oh, you can't see my mouse.
It's right there. I'm pointing right at it.
What the hell's wrong with
Kids.
you? Next to Giorgio.
Let's see if it's in there. It's not in there.
Okay.
But there's Rowan. Rowan and Daddy. Sam and Flynn. Yeah, it's my show. I can show off pictures like this if I want. Nobody said anything. I just thought I'd share that.
June, the 6th month of the year, 6th year of the
Let's see.
6th day would add the
Untitled,
infamous
blah, blah,
number.
blah, snow,
Yes, it would.
Jedi, animatronic dinosaurs, bath time, kid time. I think I posted those without putting them in an album once, and that's where they forever shall be.
What are you down on your knees for there? Oh, you're with.
What are you looking at?
It's you in your red coat on your knees, but I think you're with Sam.
Oh, here?
Yeah.
That's Bill Locken.
Oh, is that Bill Locken?
Yeah. There. That's me in my red coat when we were doing 1759.
That's the
French and
Bloomington
Indian War. There's Flynn in his capot and his kilt and his Buzz Lightyear tennis shoes. There he is. There's Flynn.
I always love kids in period garb because they almost never have period shoes.
I know.
Because mom and dad will spend all kinds of money on the entire costume, but they're not going to spend an extra $40 on period shoes. They'll just...
That's right. That's Bill Locken, Bill and Laura's daughter.
Oh, Kat. Yep.
When she was
graduating
young.
college now with an art major.
Flynn.
She's brilliant.
There's Flynn and Raini. There's Bill Locken and Sam. Locken's daughter, Bill Locken. There he is. He's demonstrating the musket. That's him too. There's me and that Scottish guy. I can't remember his name, but he was Scottish and he was former military. And I think he may have had a little PTSD. There were times where he was a little angsty, but he always came out to the events. So, yeah, that's it for that. I was just going to see if I have any pictures of Sam with the with his pirate swords and stuff. Let's see. Tim, I heard the ranch, Dead Reckoning, Abby and Bryn senior photos, 42nd Regiment. See, now here's the 42nd Regiment.
Yep.
No,
there's the twins in the middle.
So that was our first, too small to see.
Yeah.
That was the first time I did the regiment. There's regiment. We kitted up and that's at Fort Ticonderoga up in upstate New York.
Yep.
Our flags. That was at Crossroads Rendezvous. I think you're in that picture somewhere.
Yep.
That was our encampment that we put up. That was at Fort Ticonderoga, 2001. I don't know why I put up such small pictures back then. That's me doing a demo at Bloomington Rendezvous. Sam. Bill Locken. That's me doing a sword demo, a weapons demo, with the privies in the background.
Yep.
That's me growling at kids, trying to get them in line. We say, we're not your teachers, so if you didn't do what we tell you, we can slap you. So they would do what we told them. There's Bryn. Photo bombing. Bryn with the musket. That's Bryn, one of my twin daughters, Abby and Bryn.
That's for you, Brianna.
That's back in 2009. So we're doing musket volleys. There's Christina Knights. Somebody else on the rendezvous circuit. And that was our regiment on a training day. There's Abby and Bryn.
Your twin
They
daughter?
got costumed up for this stuff too. They loved it. Oh, there we are. We're on the way to Crossroads Rendezvous. Abby and Bryn. One of the campgrounds on the way.
Yeah, Matt Sainsbury. I loved when we were doing the F&I. Yeah,
oh, the French and Indian War stuff was amazing. Is that James Keel dead after a volley from the enemy? So this was Crossroads Rendezvous. There's me. That's where we line all the kids up and we would drill them and march them around at these school days and then do weapons demos and tell them all about our regiment. So I'm the sergeant at arms that day. firing muskets. That's a Leon Stanzalone. He was a big Swedish Indian. The guy was about 6'6", and just an enormous, massive wall of a man. And he was Leon. He would talk like this. He was Leon Stanzalone. Yes, I will come and you will come and I will show you my teepee and how we go to war against the white man. And, so it's good. Doing weapons demos, stuff like that. How to load a musket, blah, blah, blah. So that's all the regiment. Different eras of the regiment, by the way. So I was still going to see if I had the Sam pictures. The only place they might be, if it's in these albums at all, would be in the family album. See here, or maybe Fest and Friends. Hold on. Oh, this is Rainy.
With
the summer we first fell in love. We were in love in 2005. So that's her. That's a close up. See, they're too tiny to do anything with it. There's such tiny pictures in here.
Amanda
and I, we were doing the
She was
Taming of
my
the Shrew
muse.
thing on the street, and this was our gig. That's what she did. She yelled at me. I was taming the shrew, and I would drag her around, and she would hit me with that wooden spoon on the butt. And then one time she knocked me over right there. And then she came and she was sassing me right there. And there was something where I there she is. That was at the Mall of America when we did the festival day out there. That's her. Then there's Rainy in the middle. Boom. Rainy. That's the first summer we were hanging out together as adults. And she made that costume. There's Sam. There's my daughters. And there's KJ. There's Kelly Jo. So I thought maybe that's Lindsay and me. That's in 2001, I think, when that picture was taken. Royal Guard.
Frobisher? Is it Frobisher?
Frobisher, yes. Or as Greg Marchand, the captain of the guard, would say, Frobisher! He'd say, Frobisher! He says, because I'd be flirting from the line with some woman, and he'd say, haven't you ever seen a woman before? And I said, yes, my captain, but not that one. So that became the line. That's me with the king. We were hanging. So different eras again of the festival. These are not the ones where, the cod piece. I do not see Sam is not in that one.
Sam is not in.
Oh, there's that. There's the picture with Linda again. We'll try one more, folks. I want to see if I can find this picture of Flynn. I'm going to look for family.
It's not Flynn, Sam.
Sam, I mean, yeah. Red Wing, Karnak, Tumaremsas, Ghost Investigations, blah, blah, blah. Flynn and Rowan Clare, England, Rainy, Esna, Gabalosal Scylla, blah, 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 Esna, Karnak Temples. Oh, by the way, this is John Ward's wife. This is Maria Nilsson, Dr. Maria Nilsson. She's actually the head of their site. This is when she was wearing our hats. There she is with John's hat. This is Dr. Maria Nilsson, by the way, of Lund University in Sweden. Woman. She's Swedish, and there she is in my hat. And there was great male pleasure taken in knowing that she was wearing my hat. And
I don't have a picture of her in my pirate hat, so
yeah, sad to say. There's Rainy. You're back.
Your front.
I thought I had those pictures of Sam in a family. There was an album entitled Family. Let me just see if I can find it. Flynn's Pirate Party, mermaids, bikes, Rowan friends,
I'm surprised we don't have a folder from Sam's pirate party.
kids.
We took a ton of pictures that day.
Oh, I saw that one already. We did. So I go back down here. Flynn, Christmas, Paradigm. See if you see one that says.
I can't read any of the
Flynn.
writing on those, but I'm looking for photographs.
We did a big pirate party for Sam back at the Larpenter house.
Yeah, that's where you
Way
took the-
back. And when you made that brown coat for him. I'm just looking for. I thought I had one that was strictly titled Family. The Family. Well, there's only 12 items in it. That's not it.
And we had a pinata at that party.
Family
One of those
times. Here we
kids
go.
just went to town on that pinata. Oh my god!
Oh,
He
yeah.
was gonna kill somebody.
Okay, this is way back. This is the Family album, but there's Raini and Flynn in California. But if I scroll through these, that's Flynn, by the way, the little baby in the sink. There is
Those are
Abby
your
and Bryn.
twin
I shot their
daughters.
senior pictures that year.
Your twin daughters, Abby and Bryn.
I think if I have one of there they are.
there.
By the way, before I do that, I got to show you these. This is Rainy when she is just a couple of months pregnant with Flynn. I was
Doesn't
doing a
look any
photo
different
shoot for
today.
someone else, and I had her sit in. There's Rainy in our young days. She hasn't
She
changed
still
much
looks
at
like
all.
that.
And I love this one.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
Mysterious Rainy. But here's
I love
those
the Rembrandt
photos.
lighting on that one.
The which one?
The Rembrandt lighting on her there.
Oh, that one? Yes. I love
should-
that.
You know, when I was talking about those oil studies I want to do, we should
Yeah.
add that one to that list.
We should. I'd like to do that in oil. Let's see. Here's Flynn or Sam now. See, they're tiny. I don't like that. I could take these and drag them over to Photoshop and
Yeah,
make
not
them fill
Go
the
back to the
screen.
pirate. You were almost there.
Hi.
We spent 25 minutes, and you get to the picture before it, and you got distracted.
What
I
are you doing?
did.
What are you doing?
Showing some pictures on radio
Is that Roro?
of let's see.
Who's that?
That's one of there it is.
Who's peeking in from the corner? Who's that?
That's the one right there. Fit on screen. There's Sam in
Oh, I
the
love
pirate
that
coat, the
picture.
brand new pirate coat at that time. So that's Sam.
Why are you still on radio? We were gone for like 2 hours.
Because Uncle
no, you
Dave's here
weren't.
talking.
Yeah.
Hey, Ellery.
Move, I gotta show down my stuff.
Let's see.
Is that
That's
Roro in the
Sam.
background? I hear Roro.
I'm
but I
looking to
don't
see. These are all Sam
Yes, it's
in
me.
here.
Dad's ignoring me.
Yeah, just for the minute. I'm going
I'm
to get
not
out of this and
ignoring
we'll
you.
get back to doing our
Where's the
regular
rest of that
stuff.
horse?
What?
Where's the rest of that horse?
He's actually, see, here's part of him down here. Here's his withers or his front.
Were you
Leg,
that
and
big?
he-
You could hide a horse.
And it's the
behind
camera. He goes off in the distance and his rear side is back there.
I don't remember you ever being so big you could hide a horse behind.
Yeah, really. Let's see. I was going to see if there was
Hey, sweet little
one of
Roro.
my favorite pictures of Rainy and me back when we were dating.
That's a classic.
This was typical Rainy at my house.
That's
She'd sit
the,
like that on the computer.
Mom, you used to dress like me. Why don't you dress like me now?
because she's not 10 anymore.
Because she's not 10 years old anymore.
She wasn't 10 in that photo.
No, she wasn't.
Well, she was younger than you.
Here. This is
She will
to
always be younger.
this
than
is
your
to
dad.
make my case about toe rings. I think this is one of the only pictures I have where you can see it. There you
Oh,
go.
Yep, there it is.
Rainy's foot and the toe ring right
She
there.
looks a lot like Kate in that picture.
Well, Kate and Rainy
I know
are
they
almost
could be
identical.
twins.
So 10-year difference,
What
almost
dog is
11-year
that?
difference
What
between
dog
them.
is that?
That's Mocha, her little chihuahua, the tail
Oh,
hanging out
Mocha.
there. Always
Sweet
always
Mocha.
on mom's lap. So, remember that, Dave? Back in the background, that model model of the Shakespeare's Globe
Yes,
Theater.
Globe.
And all that. That was the model we used in presentations when we were trying to
Yep.
sell
Go
that
back.
thing.
I want to say hi to Uncle Dave.
Okay, hold on.
No.
Rowan, why are you hiding off camera?
Yeah, she's hiding off camera.
Well, Dad, I told you to turn it back on.
Oh, I got to show you this. That was the first ultrasound of Flynn. And I go, yeah, it's a boy.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I was going to see if there was any other really cool shots in here. With there's Sam and me. These are the senior portraits I was doing for my daughters. There's
That's
Abby.
a great picture of Raini too.
This one?
Yep.
Yep, that was back when we were not married yet. Almost, but not. Or wait, no. That's from 2009. We were already married. We were married in 2007. This could have been from before that or after that. I'm not sure. But this was out at the ranch. And there's Bryn out at the ranch.
And the things, thing 1 and thing 2.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was out at the ranch. But
I think there are about 15 there.
Rainey and me we're in Thomas Jefferson's kitchen fireplace at Poplar Forest
Like
in
you do.
Lynchburg, Virginia. I'm just looking to see there. I love this one. In the same fireplace. So anyway, that's Bryn on her horse. And the girls on their horses out at the ranch. Anyway, okay, I'll end it. Oh, and here's one of my favorite pictures of Rainey and me. Boom. Let them eat chocolate cake.
There's a picture of Roro with chocolate all over her face.
Somewhere.
Yep. Love that.
We don't
picture.
talk about that. Dad, I want to say hi to Uncle Dave.
We don't talk about that. Here's Rainey's sister, Kate.
That just told
Here.
Uncle Dave that's going to show up at your graduation.
That's right. There.
That'll be one of those.
There's Abby and Bryn and Kate.
Kate.
That's Rainey's sister, Kate, in the middle. This was back in like 2007-ish.
She was what, about a year or 2 years older than the girls?
She was 18 in this picture, I think. 18 or 19. And so the girls in this were seniors in high school, I think. So that's Rainey's sister.
Auntie
And Rainey. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. For all of those of you who are not being informed with anything informative
public.
On this show today, other than Dave and I reminiscing, boom, there we are.
There she is.
Okay, so I won this from a claw machine,
Oh, very nice.
and
Nice
I
job.
won this from the claw machine,
Oh,
Excellent.
and I won this from the claw machine.
That claw machine
and-
have anything left?
you
in it?
actually won 3 things in claw machines. How
Oh,
many
we won, like-
dollar bills did it take?
We spent about $45 on the claw machine.
Here, let me see those
Look,
for a
Dad,
second.
I spent $45 and I got these 3 $10 stuffed toys.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we won like
This is
15 other things.
$45 right there, folks.
No, it's not. We won like
$45.
15 other things, but I had to give them to other children.
Oh boy. Oh man.
And then I got my nails done, and I asked for drifts, but they gave me freaking dots. Give me dots.
Gosh. I think Matthew Sainsbury's the only person left talking.
I think so too.
Oh wait, Lelania's still here.
There's
Had to go
7
take care of the
people in there.
chickens. We still here? We're still here. Dave and I were just reminiscing, going through old pictures. I'll stop that now. You know, it's Sunday morning. And it's 11 o'clock. This is when we normally end on a Sunday morning, on a long day.
I have cupcakes in my hair because I smashed a cupcake on my head at Isla's birthday party.
That's what you do at
Because-
birthday parties, Uncle Dave.
Because me and Isla were fighting over either Tom Holland,
Steph is here.
either Tom
The
Holland's
random
cuter,
things from a
or if
10-year-old
Justin Bieber was cuter.
Is
And-
Tom Holland's or Justin Bieber cuter?
And
They
to-
were fighting over this.
Quiet. And to prove Tom Holland was cuter, I had to smash a cupcake on my head, so I did it.
And how did that prove
And
that
then
he was
Isla,
cuter?
and then Isla threw another cupcake at me.
I'm gonna take this video and send it to Tom because he just will never believe that actually
He'll
happened.
never believe that actually happened. Yeah.
What? I have cupcake in my hair. Dad, feel my hair. One of my hairs are crusty.
I'll trust you. I don't want to feel
Feel
your
it.
crusty
Feel it.
hair. So I'm squeamish that way. No,
And then- Shh. And then we sprayed each other with the hose. And
Okay.
and then we were painting on stuff. And then we opened presents. And then we stayed up till like 12 a.m. or not 12 a.m. 3 a.m. watching all the Pitch Perfects because like we're so amazing. And then when we were in the car, we got Starbucks. We watched Isla in pain getting her ears
How much
pierced.
sugar have
Yeah,
you
but-
had?
And then
Yeah, but-
quiet. And then we got them.
but I just wanted.
And then we got like the biggest drinks they had at Starbucks, and they were like these coffee things, and they were really good. And then today we got a whole bag of
Had
candy.
enough
I
when you
still
put a
have the
quarter in
bag
it.
of
I think
candy.
Hey,
somebody put
speaking
a
of drinks, would you
dollar
give me a red Coke off the top left shelf in the fridge over there, way in the back?
I'm
Rowan, let me
talking.
ask you a
Grab me
question.
one.
Rowan, let me ask you
Woo!
before you go.
See, Dave and I did something very similar. when we would have parties, pirate parties, we'd always come out smelling like rum.
Okay, quiet.
Oh yeah.
You notice the rum caked in my hair.
And then after that, we made slime.
Hey, do me a favor.
Rowan,
Go
let me
dump
ask you a
that in the sink
question.
there and rinse it out. quick.
No.
Yes.
Rowan, let me ask you a question.
Oh wait. She's doing an errand.
Fine.
She's doing work.
Your booty hole.
So yeah, I think
Oh,
she's
my
vibrating
God.
from all that sugar, says Steph.
Get out of the
Well,
cabinet.
Laney says
Oh my
Starbucks
God,
explains it.
So much sugar.
Yes, I went over to Starbucks. I was down with my friends. I went over to Starbucks and I got some coffee, and I just not just coffee. It was like CoffeeZilla, and I got that coffee, and of course I had them add a little depth charge, which is just a little espresso thing that my dad taught me about back when he was in festival days, because they would go and they'd have depth charges, and he said I was buzzed until about 2:00 in the afternoon, but then I peaked and I napped. I fell asleep for about 4 hours in the afternoon after having all that caffeine. And that caffeine, it just gets me going because it allows me to talk a little better, and you'll be able to understand me better.
Whoa.
You'll be able to know what I'm talking about better. My name is Rowan Roberts.
Rowan, let me ask you.
And
a
then after that, me and Georgia became besties. And then what did he want to say, Uncle Dave?
Don't
question. Wow, you stopped for me. Thank you.
It's not a.
If I
push
come over
string
next
left.
week, will you braid my hair?
Sure.
His beard.
Will you braid my beard?
Got to braid his beard. You got
Sure.
to look up how the Viking beard.
No,
braids.
I'll braid it the way I braid hair.
Now I want to do it in 3
There you
braids. I
go.
want to do a central one here, and then I want to have the 2 sides. I can.
That's called 3 braids, Uncle Dave, not 2.
Right.
Okay, 3 braids.
And then I want temple braids on either
Yell in my
side.
ear
and
one
then
more
a
time.
large
I'll
Temple
braid
shove a
back.
sticker up your nose. Okay.
I'm sorry, what?
Hey, hey, don't talk to your dad like that.
He yelled in my ear.
I'm sorry, what?
Mom, Tess.
He's already deaf enough.
He's old and hard of hearing. He doesn't realize.
Yeah,
how
listen to
loud he is.
Mom.
I'm not yelling in her ear.
Yes,
I'm
you
talking
did.
next to her head.
Rowan,
You're gonna make me even more
Ron.
deaf.
Rowan,
What?
he's old and hard of hearing. He doesn't know how loud he's.
Huh?
talking.
I'm just like him. I'm like what % deaf?
What
Mom?
was that? You called me. You said I'm bold and I go deer hunting. Yes.
Do you ever
Hello,
take
Ellery.
this off? Hi.
Hi.
This has dented your finger, Dad. You should really take this off.
No, it's been on that hand for like 24 years. So more than that.
Me and
Well,
Bentley.
wait, 2003?
Are you going swimming, sweetie?
19
Yes,
years.
me
Yes,
and
she
Bentley are
is.
going swimming together because why not? Because like he has to take a swimming test and then like
Bentley, your boyfriend?
Uncle
That
Dave.
Bentley?
Yeah, it's your boyfriend.
When I braid your hair, when I come over to
and
Shut up.
Bentley
When I-
sitting in a tree.
when I come over to braid your hair, instead of braiding it, I will cut it off.
Not.
I will cut it off, Uncle Dave. I will cut it off.
There it is.
Is this Bentley the one that you cuddle with in the closet?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You just lost yourself a beard, Uncle Dave.
There it is.
My phone survived 2 storms outside.
Yeah,
Why
you
would
know
your
where we
phone
found it.
outside?
Where Mom found it.
Yeah.
Her phone
It's
was missing
actually
for
getting
days.
kinda dumb.
We're going down the road and we get out of the car yesterday and Rennie goes, I just found Rowan's phone. You know where the hood of your car comes up and meets the windshield?
Yeah.
It was down inside that, underneath where the windshield wipers are. So she had set it on the window or something and slid down in there. And it was there through all the thunderstorms and stuff, and it's still working.
Well, aren't we lucky?
So anyway. All right, guys, say your goodbyes, because we're going to end this show and be done.
I'm not done.
Rowan and Bentley sitting
Oh,
in
yes,
the
you
seat,
are.
kissing.
And then after that, yeah, we got our nails done, and Georgia like killed my hand because like Georgia was scared because like she never did it. So Georgia was like grabbing my hand and squeezing my hand, and I think she broke one of my fingers. And then after that, we were in like this thing, and this girl kept like the guy Georgia kept moving because it was tickling her foot, and the guy pulled her foot and slapped her foot and said, "Stop moving!" And then we all started laughing, and it was super funny, and it like then we had to go under this machine to
Did you get
dry
your
our
toes
nails
done
and our
too?
toenails, and
Did you get your toes done?
yes,
You did.
What color are they?
they're the same thing as my nails, just instead of just these dumb drips, they call them drips. They are supposed to be drips, not dots. It's like that, but it's polka dots. They're the same colors, just polka dots.
There you go.
No,
And there you have it.
I'm not
folks.
done.
Wow, I'm
and then
exhausted
we were-
just listening to her.
And we were scream singing songs in the car, and Nicole was like, "Stop scream singing them," but we didn't listen, and we kept scream singing
What's
them.
scream singing? What's scream singing?
You're old.
Let's not do
Yeah, let's not do that. I have to drive to Minneapolis and paint today.
Oh.
And then
Have fun.
after that, we kept scream singing, and then like when we were going across the bridge, we like opened up the window and like started scream singing again. And this person with their window down looked at us weirdly, and so,
I wouldn't do that to
surprised.
the keyboard. You're going to end
But-
up shutting something off.
but we kept scream singing, and the whole way home we were just scream singing. And my friend Georgia has like this mini mansion, and she says she's not rich even though she has like an ATV and like 5 4-wheelers and like 56,000 dirt bikes, and like she has more rooms than Jessie J here. But like yeah, and she says I'm not rich, but
like,
she's
yeah.
definitely rich
Like,
because
yeah.
they have like
like
there's
totally,
only
you know,
two.
like
It's
there was
only
a time
her
we
and
were
her
down on the
twin
beach and there
brother.
were like these totally tubular waves coming in, and we were
only
like, "Oh,
her and
gnarly,
her
we gotta get
brother,
out there and hit
And
those
there's
waves."
like 15 extra rooms that no one sleeps in. Like they're that rich. Bite my hair, I have lice.
They're that rich?
They're
They have like 15 rooms they don't even sleep in?
I know, and then they have like 5 bathrooms, and then like her brother like gets his own room to himself along with Georgia, and like they have like 2
Well, we have
playrooms.
3 bathrooms.
Shut up. They
That mean
have
we're only partially
You could
rich?
have your own room to yourself too, but you guys all sleep in one room. I don't
You
understand.
got your own room. It's right over there. She's got her own room.
Rowan,
Flynn's got his own room.
Rowan,
Mom and Dad
that
have our own room.
around the corner from you, the one that's got all your laundry spread from the door to the window.
That
That's
one,
your
yeah.
room.
That's her room. If she could find the floor, she could walk across it. I'm speechless now.
Okay. And then after that, when we picked up Georgia, we kept driving, and then Isla got her ear
Very
pierced
nice,
at
Ellie.
a tattoo shop, and the tattoos on their wall were like all of naked people, and that was really weird. Like there was one of this naked person, and a snake was biting their butt, and there was like teenagers there getting tattoos, and the bathroom was all the way back. So like as you're walking to the bathroom, there were people getting tattoos, and it was really
Time
weird.
out. Time out. What
Wait,
were
you were in
doing
a
at
tattoo parlor?
shop?
Yes.
Why were you in a tattoo shop?
Why were you at a tattoo place?
Isla got her ears pierced at a tattoo place. So
Oh.
they did the needle.
Got it.
So
Was it
yeah,
a shared needle?
no.
Don't yank on that.
Whatever. So
You're
I
gonna
was walking
stretch it
back
all
to the
out.
bathroom, and in the bathroom there was another naked a tattoo of like a naked person. And then like when I was walking back, I got to see these people getting tattoos, and it looked really weird. And they all looked like they were like 13 or something,
It's
which
a
was
parent
also really
thing.
they're weird. And then like only one friend got
Why
to
were
go in with her.
13-year-olds getting tattoos?
Yeah, why are 13-year-olds getting tattoos?
I don't know.
Because their parents have them.
Wisconsin. Hello.
No.
Yeah.
It was in Woodbury. Okay, and then
Woodbury.
Oh, so they were Minnesotanites.
and then
Does Woodbury even have tattoo shops? Woodbury's
Of course
very
we have tattoo
upscale.
shops.
and then after that,
We call them body art plazas.
they only let one
Oh, yeah.
friend go in the tattoo shop with them. Isla got a $200 like earring for both ears, so that's like $400.
For that's like 400.
You
And
know,
then like
over
they
in
only
Edina they have them, but they are called fine art flesh pouches.
okay, whatever. So only two people were about, or one friend was allowed back in the room. So Lily was back in the room while me and Giorgio were waiting, looking at all the weird tattoos. They were disgusting, and there were these people sitting behind us, and they were looking at us weird. And like we found Mickey Mouse, but Mickey Mouse didn't have any pants on, which was really weird. Like
Mickey Mouse never wears pants.
and I was
Oh
like,
boy, I'm having a great time now, kids. Golly.
and that was like really weird. And then we tried to kidnap George's dog because George's dog is like this little poodle thing, and it's really cute. So we tried to kidnap him, but George's mom caught us. And
Matthew
she said
Sainsbury says, "Wow, Rowan, wow."
Yeah, I know.
okay,
Well, see, Rowan doesn't put any spacers in between her topics. So it's like, and so I was digging through the refrigerator trying to find the old macaroni salad because the macaroni
That's
salad is what
kinda
I like
true.
the best. And when I was there, I started thinking about the dog next door. And then there's the dog next door comes and poops in our yard sometimes. And and then I found the macaroni salad, but the pooping dogs, there are people all around that have pooping dogs all
that's
around. And
actually
one of the
kind
pooping
of
dog people
true.
have a boat. And there's a boat in their yard. And have you ever had
We
a boat
should
in
set
your
her
yard?
up with her own
Because having a boat in your
podcast.
yard means you can either build a garden in it or you can pretend that you're
It's
like, out to
my
sea. But you're really
story.
not.
Okay, that's kind of true
These
though.
are my stories.
That's
she
kind of
says.
true though,
We should
because
set
I
up a
was digging in the
podcast for
fridge
her.
looking
Rowan
for
Roberts,
an ice pack
my story.
because my friend ran into a door handle, so we needed to. So Georgia hit her eye on the door handle, so we
Is there
had.
a Twitter version of this?
So Georgia hit her eye on the door handle, so we had to get her an ice pack, and we kept digging through the freezer because they said they had ice packs, but there were no ice packs in there. So like we just gave her a juice box, and she put the juice box on her eye, and then Louise came up and stabbed the juice box, and then the juice box squirted all over
And
the
she lost an
kitchen,
eye.
and then the juice box
And
squirted,
that's why I wear this eye patch today.
and then the juice box squirted
Arr.
all over the kitchen.
And now
then
we
we went
calls her
outside.
Pat.
And then we went outside to Nicole's boyfriend, which is Isla's mom, and his name is Tony. And he said he was gonna bring us to Disney World, but he never brought
Nicole's
us to Disney World.
boyfriend is Isla's mom when you call her Tony? What?
Whatever. So Nicole is Isla's mom. Nicole has a boyfriend named Tony, and he said he was gonna bring us to Disney World, but he didn't bring us to Disney World. So we
I'm
ran out.
exhausted now, says little Lanya. I need to
So-
go back to bed.
So then we ran out.
This
And-
is all day, every day.
And then
By
we
the
ran
way.
out and went to the trampoline, but there was bird poop on the trampoline, so we couldn't jump on the trampoline. So we decided to throw rocks in the sewers, but then that got boring. So we went in and we rode dirt bikes, but then the dirt bikes got boring. So we went back.
We
in
were
the-
drinking rum one day, and we thought that we'd start throwing rocks in the sewer. That got boring. We got bored with that.
Okay, well, whatever. And then we decided to go ride dirt bikes, and then we got bored by the dirt bikes, so we went back inside, and then we started like watching a
Oh,
show,
Ellie
like
Belly.
a show called Holes, and then what? It's a show on Disney. So we watched this
Your
show.
mom and I watched a show like that once. It was very different, but then you came.
No. So we were watching a show called Holes, and then like after that we got bored, so we decided to paint something, and I painted a cute little sunset, but I left it at Isla's house. So now I don't have that, and she has to bring it to me tomorrow at school, and we don't have school. Wait, we don't have school tomorrow.
Okay,
She has to bring
Here
it.
we go.
She has to bring it to me
Okay,
on
finish
Tuesday,
your story. I'm going to move you along now.
and
Okay,
so I
bye.
have to bring it on Tuesday.
Bye. Next
have
next
to-
week,
I have to bring it on
you've
Tuesday.
just given us a week's worth of shows
And so
in 20 minutes.
like.
Okay, goodbye.
And so
Rowan,
then we decided to start scream singing
Rowan,
again, and
Rowan.
then mom
Bye.
came,
Rowan.
and then mom came and picked me up, and then that was
Rowan,
the end.
stop talking
Okay,
for a minute.
that's enough.
And then
I
that
love
was the
you.
end. Peace
Gotta
out,
go.
everybody.
I love you. I love you too, Ellie. Bye-bye.
Hey, Dave, Rainey and I are going on vacation. You going to come and stay for a week with them?
Oh my God. Yeah, I could take that task on.
He can't handle us. He's too old, Rowan said. Remember that.
Old grumpy man.
I'm younger
Wow.
than your dad.
Okay.
I'm younger than your dad.
But at the same time, I don't want to take a shower.
Shush.
I need to take
You're
a shower.
you're done.
but I don't
You're
want
done.
to
Your
take a
show's
shower.
done. Your bit's done.
Should I take a shower?
Okay. Gong show, says Lilania. No, bye. Both of you. Out. Even though Ellie didn't get to say much, Rowan absorbed all your time. So.
Oh my God. Seriously, let's set her up with a podcast. I bet she has 1 million views by the end of the month.
Probably.
And then you start making real
She
money.
does have. Go pick it up.
No, I don't touch cat poop.
Then you could start making real money. There's no reason you can't monetize your kids if you know.
My phone. Ellery, you take my phone. Yeah, I did. You lied. I can't get it.
The tranquil house of the Robert class.
Oh, this is the Roberts house. And you wonder why we're happy when they're in bed. Or, you know, that's it. They go to school in the morning, and Rainey will just sit down and she'll go, oh, 6 hours is all I've got. But I got 6 hours. 6 hours.
I have one really fast thing.
No, you're done. Bye. Bye. Another day.
Sweetie.
I
Bye-bye.
decorated my computer.
Okay, that's great. Another
Love you.
day.
Goodbye. Bye-bye. See you.
Now.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Put some pants on.
No.
Something weird in my coffee mug. I'm not drinking that now. All right, folks. There you go, Roger Rabbit. I just envisioned a cane. What was that? A cane book? A cane hook coming in off screen and pulling her out of frame. Yeah. Here it is, right here. Here's the cane hook.
Or else I will kill you till you're bone.
So there it
Oh, my
is.
God.
And so, as we were saying,
Come to another close of a fine Sunday afternoon.
yes. I hope you all have an enjoyable Sunday afternoon, the rest of your day.
I say,
And the-
old man, I say, is your lovely wife back?
She is. She's at her computer over there.
Do wish her salutations from me.
Rainey, come and say hi. Just a moment. We're going to sign off. And I want to... oh, she was sitting like this. I didn't see her head.
Oh my
I
God.
just looked up.
I'm sorry, Rainey.
She's going to come over.
Oh, okay.
No, bye. Mom's coming over. You're done. Your time's done. Mom's going to come and say hello.
Get the Rainey shot ready. Okay.
There it is.
And enter Rainey.
And there she is.
And
Hey,
action.
you go. Thank you.
Hey,
So there's
sweetheart.
Rainey. How you feeling?
Like shit, and not to be like, I can't watch this because I see that board scrolling.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's getting
Love you,
motion
dear.
sickness from the scrolling bar. So you're done. So, all right, guys. There it is. That's all we've got today.
There's 4 people still
Hi.
with us.
You want a piece of sushi?
Not right now, I don't. Please.
Can I take this?
Bye, everybody. Out.
All
Out.
you chat heads out there.
Hope you feel better, says Lilania, Rainey. But
Wow.
now Rainey is in the bathroom cleaning the bathroom from something some kid just spilled all over in there, didn't clean up. Oh, that was Rowan. I always have to. I'm like a kid again. Wasn't me. I don't want to get in trouble.
I was on the radio. I didn't do it.
I didn't do it. Wasn't me.
Oh, I got to go get breakfast for the parents, and then I got
All right.
to get on the
Well,
road.
I am off to talk to rocks. Have a great day, says Lilania. Well, you have fun. Say hi to the rocks for us. Hello, rock. Hard day. I've got a boulder you can cry on. May you all have a pleasant Sunday, says Roger Rabbit. His Majesty shall bequeath you with all the riches of the kingdom. Works for me.
So you got that going for you.
Got that going today. All right, guys. You have a fun day. I don't even know what to say. Enjoyable being a non-show today. Something to do with my Sunday morning, our Sunday
I
morning.
like visiting the White House. You have the old man who can't remember what he's talking about. And
Yep.
the VP that comes in and just babbles on for 20
Yeah.
minutes without saying
There she
anything.
was. About if you can remember those topics. All right, guys. Thanks. Remember the Intrepid radio program every night this week, Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we will actually have topics. And
Bye.
why are you even here?
Believe in the Magdalene.
See, none of them take that personally. They just go and do their own thing. So, all right, guys. You have a fun day. If you don't have the Sword in the Clay, go to the swordintheclay.com. Get your book. We just, for those of you listening, if there's any, I think we only have about 4 people left in the chat
Makes a
room.
great holiday gift. Buy 3 or 4.
Yeah, books shipped off yesterday. So everybody who ordered one should be getting one very soon. And there we go. And on that note, I'm going to say you all have a fun day. And we'll see you tomorrow night. All right, Uncle Dave,
Take it easy.
live long and prosper. Here we go. We're out. Boom.